again. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Sports Psychology with your sports psychiatrist, Chris Wilson. I got my man Lake Lewis with me, sportsjourneybroadcast.com. We're here live from Bellator Sports Memorabilia in Leesburg Village. And we finally got him in here, the man of the hour, Mr. Monday Night. Give it up for Rob Jackson.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It took a while, but I made it, man. I made it.
Mr. Monday Night.
I mean, that one just came to me. That one just came to me on the right then. You know, yeah,
that's decent.
Yeah, call it Mr. Monday Night. That'll stick.
I'll take it.
You guys had a super big victory that everybody's been talking about. It's a buzz around the town right now. I mean, you guys, think about it. A couple weeks ago, we sat right here on this show, and Chris got real defensive. No pun intended, you know. But with Rob, he got real defensive and said it's one game at a time. We get a couple wins, everything's fine. Well, you guys find yourself really in the thick of a playoff run, so I know it must feel good right now.
It feel good, but you know, y'all know how y'all media guys act sometimes, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like
that's messed up.
You know, you said a couple weeks ago. Well, a couple weeks before that, you know, we was all fire. You know what I mean? But that's part of the business, so I won't hold that against anybody. I don't know who said what, you know, but I'm not gonna hold it.
I said
nobody.
You needed a win or it was over. That's what I said.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the truth.
I really don't know who said what. I'm that absent-minded sometimes.
Who's that guy right there?
I'm
just kidding.
I don't know who
I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah. So I can't get him. But you know what? You think about this game though. Giants, defending champions, just look real strong against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you knew it was going to be an NFC East type of game. But I think I was surprised in the way you beat them. You didn't beat them, you know, being cute. I mean, it was just old school football. And I thought I saw the Giants' defense gassed at the end of the game. Was that a surprise to you guys?
Nah, that they were gassed. I didn't really see that they were gassed. I think that our offense did a great job. I mean, what better way to finish the game than with a 4-minute drill? But I mean, I knew the Giants. Every time we play the Giants, it's a good NFC East game. It's a playoff type game with very few turnovers, and you know, you got to fight for every inch earned.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised at all. You know, going against our offense all camp. I mean, we know what they're capable of. You know, there's not too many defenses out there that can hold our offense, you know, all 4 quarters. Eventually, they're going to break loose, make some big plays. So, I mean, it was just if, you know, we had to hold up our end of the bargain. You know, we had to get the ball back to the offense and, you know, limit the points and limit the big plays.
Yeah, Eli Manning made a couple big plays, but that's to be expected. You know, you're talking about a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and you know, you look at the wide receivers for the Giants, Victor Cruz, you know, Hakeem Nicks. I mean, they made plays, and you look at the tight end was making plays too. But I think the defense, I think you guys kept your composure, and that was something that over the past couple games I've seen that you guys are actually finishing games where it wasn't, you know, people, and yes, I'm one of the media that said this.
I seriously didn't know.
I'm one of the media that said that I didn't think that there was a lack of talent on the defense, but I just didn't think guys were finishing plays and finishing the game, and you guys have been doing that.
Yeah, one of those plays that Eli threw got called back. It was thanks to my man. You know, we go drive it into the ground tonight, man. You know, Mr. Monday Night, man. Hashtag my man Mr. Monday Night made a play and bailed us out. But, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, this team is very talented. And, you know, to use a boxing analogy, anytime we can cut the ring off on an opponent, it's trouble for them. I mean, but it's the same thing for the Giants. So when you got that type of game, you know, you're fortunate to come out with the win.
I mean, both you guys, though, let's be upfront here. Both of you guys are, and you remember a couple weeks ago you corrected me. You said not replacing because it's the next man up. But Brian Arakpo, Pro Bowler, gets hurt, and you two are the guys that pretty much are the next guys up. And I said this. This might make you feel better. I said this. I haven't seen a big drop-off. I said that.
You got to be careful when he said I said this. You never know what he's going to say next.
No, I said I haven't seen a drop-off. And no offense to Rack. I'm not saying that he's not missed. Surely he's missed. But I think that you two guys have come in and kept it going. So next year you naturally would think that you have more depth now. That maybe you didn't think you had before. Get Rob's take on this one.
Well, I feel like we always had depth at the outside linebacker position. I mean,
I knew you was gonna say that.
I feel like that's why me and Chris are here now, because of the competition we had. We were competing with each other, and there was no drop off. If I wasn't making a play, he was making a play, and we knew every time we was out there we had to make a play, or we was not going to make it, or he was going to jump in front of me, or I was going to jump in front of him. So, I mean, I think in the long run, that's why we're still here. We made the team because of the competition that we had at that position.
But you understand, you have footage now. I mean, you have legit game tape as a starting outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Right.
You have game tape. So what I'm saying is, you look at Arakpo, you look at Kerrigan, there's 31 other teams in the NFL. I mean, if you're not here, you've proven that you can be effective, you can make plays. I mean, you haven't thought about that aspect of it?
Yeah, I have. I had to take advantage of my opportunity. I know I had I didn't get that much game film out. It was mostly practice and a couple plays here and there. So I knew that once I got my opportunity, I had to make something happen. I couldn't just be a role player, make a play here and there. I had to keep it consistent. And I'm just ready to go for these last 4 games to put more film out there and get victories on top of it. Because if you're not winning, it takes away from what you're doing on the field, I feel like, in the NFL. So getting the victories behind me making plays, I mean, that's just added.
You're getting victories on primetime TV. That's a big difference, as opposed to, 1 o'clock games. The last 2 games you guys played during that time frame, you've been it. So to come out and get those kind of victories in the division too.
Mr. Monday Night.
Do you guys realize? I know Mr. Monday Night, but you guys realize, with the exception of that one play in New York, you pretty much are owning the division. You do realize that, right?
I mean, that's something that you stop and you look at after the fact. You don't go into the game like and I'm sure
the Giants are thinking that now.
I'm sure the what's the team? I'm sure New Orleans Saints didn't realize that they were maybe on camera saying something that's intimately put, when you just in the locker room saying, this is our division, everybody know it, they know it, and that you get pumped up before the games, but it's a respect factor there. So at looking back on it, you can say, that's how good we can be. Let's keep it up.
But I guess the question most fans probably want to know is, how good can you guys be? Because you're proving that your style of play can match whoever's coming in town. I mean, you played a physical game Monday against Dallas. It was a little bit more wide open. You guys are matching whatever your opponent wants to play with you. So, I mean, how good can you guys be?
I mean, we can be the best. That's the goal. That's the goal from day one.
I mean, you're still a young football team, though. That's the thing.
It doesn't matter. Talent is talent. We young, but we got London.
So he averages that average age out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, sky's the limit with the defense, man. I think we're actually coming together, and we're playing for each other, along with the talent that we have. So, I mean, it just feels good to feel comfortable and know that guys behind me and next to me are comfortable with what they're doing.
Did you guys always feel like that, though? Because it does seem like, just from what I'm seeing, guys look a little bit more cohesive. It seems like the team is tight-knit.
Always feel that we had talent, or always feel?
Did you always feel like the team was tight like it is now? It just seems like everybody, like Rob says, playing for each other.
It's hard, when the business is hard as it is, when you got guys going out and constantly coming in.
Sure.
And then over the period of time, you get like a core group of guys that seem to, out weather that storm each and every time. And when you get the younger guys on the same page with the older guys, the guys in the middle, then that's when you can find a special group as far as cohesiveness is concerned. I think one of the things like Jack, we call him Jack. I know it's Rod Jack. One of the things he alluded to earlier was just the fact that when you're in competition, quote unquote, and another guy's playing your position, that can strain on you you mentally because you guys really are friends.
Mhm.
So one of the things that we were mature enough to realize, and that's everybody from rack all the way on down the line, outside backers, inside backers, is we don't block each other. You know what I mean? So if we're not really in competition with one another, we in competition
With the opponent.
with the opponent, and with that in mind, it's easier to root for his success as well as him root for yours, and just know that we're all in it together and be able to play. They say football is a business, don't take it personal, but we can kind of take it personal a little bit and kind of draw from that and be more cohesive.
Well, I can say this: you guys clearly are on the same page because on a lighter note, I mean, something happened amongst all those linebackers, and I noticed, a second ago. Well, yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I missed it.
Expecting.
Oh,
Seemed like the whole group. That shows some tightness right there.
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah,
that shows.
Yeah, we playing that.
Yeah, on 3.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
We ran a blitz.
Nah, I don't want to go there. That went over everybody's head. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
don't worry
folks.
about
Chris Wilson, linebacker, Washington
Family show.
Redskins. Rob Jackson, linebacker, Washington Redskins. Right here from Bellator Sports Memorabilia, Leesburg Villages. We're here every Wednesday. Nice weather we've been having. So
Awesome. I heard we
if
gonna have
you're watching, come on out.
I heard we're going to have another nice day Sunday.
I don't like that, though.
I'm not upset.
Well, I know you're not upset.
Everybody looking like
How about you,
I
though?
don't like
What's that
that
like?
because I kind of like, this time of year, you kind of want to see
Man.
Ravens, Redskins. You want to see that in the snow and the rain.
That's what fans want.
Oh, yeah.
Fans want to watch us bleed in the snow.
I mean, look, when you see the Green Bay Minnesota game, that looked like football weather.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't like this because you can hear the snivels too. That's why. I'd rather just have it cold, get it over with, as opposed to cold, hot, cold, hot. That's how you get sick.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely.
It can get cold after
I
the
agree.
season. I'm from Michigan, so I
Now,
done seen
see,
all my share of snow,
Somebody bet
cold.
me. Somebody bet me, Chris, who was going to mention Michigan first and I'm still not mentioning it. Somebody said to me who was going to mention
Hey,
one or the other first.
That's a good segue right there. I didn't go to Michigan. I'm from Michigan, but my man Ohio State. Since we got my man Jack on Jack, Mr. Monday Night, whatever you want to call him, we don't get him on. I'm gonna let you tell him where you from and what school you went to and what's going on with that university right now.
Oh, I'm from West Haven, Connecticut. Lived in Rochester for a little while, and I went to Kansas State. We going to Fiesta Bowl. We lost that big one to Baylor.
Should your quarterback be the Heisman?
That's what I was gonna get to next.
I think so.
I mean,
think so.
take the alumni status away from that comment.
Yeah,
I
take
mean,
the alumni. I mean, who's the candidates? The linebacker from Notre Dame.
and then Manziel from
Optimus Klein. That's his name. Optimus.
Yeah, I think so.
Then Johnny
Manziel.
Football.
I think so.
Why?
I think so.
There's biasness all over.
Yeah,
that.
he ain't said why. He like, I think so.
I mean, he's a natural leader. He's a natural leader. I don't think he had some talent around him, but I don't think he had as much talent as he could have had for him to be number one and for it to come down to that Baylor game. And he most games he took the team on his back, running and passing the ball. I mean, I don't think he's that efficient with passing, but he made guys open. Sometimes he threw guys open, sometimes he ran. I think he deserved it, and that's not.
What about the big game though?
They
you
all
know?
deserve
Yeah.
I deserve it.
I understand.
But he shot himself in the foot with his statement. Insufficient in passing.
However, yeah, you can't be insufficient in anything to win the Heisman.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think a freshman should win it though?
A freshman.
I don't.
If he put up the numbers and he makes the plays, I feel like if he deserved it, he should. I don't think his class or his grades.
I think anytime you got defensive guys in the picture for the Heisman, I think that people view that as a down year
They do.
because everybody
Means
wants
there's
to
no
see,
offensive candidates.
right.
there.
Everybody wants to see offense, but I don't really think there's nothing wrong with that. So let me ask you this, and maybe we might need to go to Google. Who were the other Heisman candidates when Charles Woodson was getting it? Because he was the
that's a
last
great
defensive player.
question.
He was the last defensive player to get it, right?
Yes. And what was that, 90?
I just want to know if he had legitimate candidates. Because
97?
Right now, everybody's saying he should get it.
was a
because
quarterback,
you got a freshman and a guy who, I don't know describe however Jack described him.
Nah,
Insufficient.
no linebacker, no line.
But he'll run. Put the team on his back.
He make plays, man. He make it happen at the end of the day.
You know what,
at the
though?
end of the day.
In fairness to Kansas State, they had a great year, and they're having a great year. But I think that you have like the traditionalists, and that's what I've been called, who it's tough for them to see Kansas State. Yeah, it's tough to see a Kansas State sitting there.
Oh, no, wait, we need you on the mic for the for the people that's on viewing in. Hey, give him the mic.
Wow.
He was runner up.
It might not stretch there. Just be careful.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
he's about to run
But
off.
Peyton didn't win anything at Tennessee, though. Remember, the next year, T. Martin won
Is he
it.
on? Is he on?
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. There you go, Mike.
Here we go.
Hold on. Go ahead.
All right, runner-up is Peyton Manning. Number third place, Ryan Leaf. Fourth, Randy Moss. Number 5, Ricky Williams.
He had some hitters.
Yeah,
And
after that, it kind of falls off.
that's a Heisman race, right
That's
there.
a Heisman race.
So that means that means he deserved it.
So is it?
That means he
He
deserved it.
So it's. Now here I am. I don't want to put on no media code or anything.
We
But
take it back to
is
1 minute. 1 minute, then we go to break. But go ahead.
Is this Heisman race weak
No, it's not weak.
or not?
No, it's not weak. I think you have a linebacker for
Compared
the number one
to
team in the
Heisman
country.
races, we just listen. The last Heisman is bad.
Okay, how about
And I mean that in a good way.
But how about if we say this? You have to look at what's not there. RG3 technically could still be at Baylor. Andrew Luck technically could still be at Stanford. I mean, seriously, they had another year of eligibility.
I mean that's college football.
But what I'm saying is it's a little bit more ingrained in college football as far as guys stand in the NBA. I mean, so you think about those two guys, top 2 picks in the draft, perhaps top 2 finishers for Rookie of the Year. You think about all those guys that left. I'm not saying they left everything bare,
you
but
talking about the whole nation. You acting like this.
I'm surprised to hear you saying that because I don't have. I'm voting for. I'm saying it now. I'm voting for Teo. I'm voting for him.
No, I'm not saying Teo is weak. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the candidates.
But you're saying because he's a defensive
I'm saying
candidate.
that when I hear him say that Charles Woodson won the Heisman over the likes of Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf, Randy Moss, and Ricky Williams.
But maybe guys that's translated at the next level.
And maybe that might be after that line. I know Ricky Williams was a beast in college.
He won the Heisman the next year.
I know Randy Moss was a beast, but he had some issues and that kind of messed him up. And
yeah, but remember, Ricky Williams won it the next year.
Okay. So
and why didn't he win it that year? Because he was an underclassman. I'm telling you,
I don't think you should hate on a rookie though. If a rookie's ball,
I don't agree with that.
If
at
he
all,
outplayed everybody, he outplayed everybody.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense to Texas A&M, they beat Alabama. You have to give them all the credit in the world.
They went 10-2.
They went 10-2, but we broke this down last week. You look at schedules.
I told you. I already told you.
Yeah, you look at schedules. Their schedule wasn't as. I mean, the win against Alabama is enough. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
that's it.
And they beat them at Alabama.
You did it.
But Alabama, to me, should have lost to LSU.
He might be the reason that Notre Dame, if they are victorious against Bama.
Oh, they saw the blueprint.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking Notre Dame.
And they got a quarterback that can run.
And that's almost hard to say I'm taking Notre Dame. I don't like either one of the schools.
Who you got in the national championship?
I'm going to go with Bama.
I figured.
I'm going to go with Bama. Just because they've been there before, I don't
know. That's going to be a semi-pro football game.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be rock'em sock'em. If you like offense, you don't want to see that game because it's going to be probably the first team that turns the ball over is probably going to lose the game.
Bama has the offensive line.
I think Notre Dame's offensive line is better. I really do. They have 3 running backs.
Better than the boy with no shirt on the stomach.
I think Notre Dame might. Notre Dame, if you look at the numbers, their rushing attack is lethal.
Notre Dame got a lot of starts on their own line too.
Yeah.
They got 2 guys that have been around.
They got a lot of NFL player sons on their team.
Yeah, I think Big Phil said
they feel like they're supposed to win.
I think Big Phil said it was like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah,
combinations now. So
Golick.
So you know them boys gonna be ready. They've seen it before.
They feel like it's their destiny.
Yeah, they need a playoff. That's just the bottom line. It's coming in 2
Yeah,
years.
it's coming. Yeah.
But what they need to do, I think they learned, is that the playoff originally was supposed to be 4 teams, and now I'm hearing they're going to try to make it 6 when it initially starts in 2 years. So they know there's more money to be made.
Well, we gonna take a break. How much you got time or? Cause
Well, I'm here. I'm around.
all right, well, we
We don't want to get you in trouble.
in the chat
Yeah,
box. Hey, if you got any question for Mr. Monday Night Rob Jackson, get at us in the chat box so we can fire off at him while we got him. You know he don't got a Twitter, so you got to holler at him right now with us. See y'all when we get back.
Do you know what most people do when they realize they're struggling to pay their mortgage? Nothing. Surprising? Perhaps. But it's just too humiliating, too painful, too complicated, too scary. As the bills pile up and the pressure keeps growing, people just stop. But if people take action, if they reach out, make a call, they have a much better chance at a positive outcome. That is the simple message the Making Home Affordable program wanted to send. We created a new TV commercial that held a mirror to the problem. We showed people literally stopped, frozen, petrified, paralyzed by their own mortgage struggles. In our research, people told us, "That's how I feel." Apparently, it's how a lot of people feel. Calls to the Hope Hotline went up 25% on the day of the launch and have held steady since at nearly 70,000 calls per month. Since 2010, the campaign has received over $33 million in donated media, including TV, radio, and outdoor in hard-hit housing markets, even signage in Times Square. This level of exposure, along with robust search engine marketing, frequent events, program announcements, and a revamped website are making an impact. Website visits are at an all-time high, nearly 900,000 visits in January alone. But the most important statistic of all, over 900,000 people have received permanent loan modifications as a result of the program. And we have an opportunity to make an even bigger difference in the lives of struggling homeowners. The federal government has extended the application period for the Making Home Affordable program for another year, meaning even more people will get real help, real answers, right now.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95, and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Tired of lugging out your heavy, bulky pressure cleaner? You need the amazing Water Jet. It turns your ordinary garden hose into a super power washer, powerful enough to clean second-story windows. Here's how it works. Water flows through the volume reduction chambers where pressure builds until a powerful jet stream blasts through the precision-engineered solid brass tip. The control valve regulates the water pressure, great for siding, umbrellas, and awnings. Blast grime and weeds off brick and paver driveways. It attaches to any garden hose so you can take it along boating and camping. Quality built with stainless steel, aluminum, and solid brass, and only $19.95. You'll also get the bonus fan tip that creates a powerful fan-shaped spray. Scour away mold, scrub wood decks and docks, patios and pool decks, cars and trucks. Dial back the pressure to gently water flowers. There's more. We'll double the offer. You'll get 2 amazing water jets and 2 fan tips for only $19.95. Just pay additional processing and handling. Call to get the jet.
To order Water Jet, call 1-800-973-9853. Call now and we'll double the offer. Call 1-800-973-9853.
Ladies and gents, we back. Live from Sports Memorabilia, Bellator Sports Memorabilia, Leesburg Village. This is Sports Psychology with your man Chris Wilson. Outside linebacker number 51. I am your sports psychiatrist. I got my man Lake Lewis, Sports Journey Broadcast Network. I also got my man Chris, a.k.a. the Truck, Neil, in the house. Give it up for him. As well as Mr. Monday Night. We just gave him that name. Rob Jackson, number 50. Give it up. Chris, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Same old, man. Rehabbing.
How's that coming along?
It's coming along, man. It's pretty slow, to be honest with you. I mean, I've never been injured before, so just trying to take it one step at a time. But it's going good.
Now the crazy thing when it was an ACL, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He tears his ACL. And he goes over to the side and starts doing high knees and shuffles, thinking that, I'm just something clicked, but I'm fine. I'm like, how many? Normally when people tear their ACL, they on the ground squirming and crying and trying to figure out what's gonna come of their life.
Yeah, no, it happened quick. I mean, it was a quick. I tried to do a little spin move and I felt something pop. I didn't know what it was. Got up, did some side shuffling. Got on the side,
you ain't supposed to be spinning.
I can't be spinning this side. No, I'm too big
This man is strong. This man is strong, man. But as you can see, we're a tight-knit family. My man Chris, actually, you know, as y'all know, I'm formerly number 95. And then as I came back, my man Chris was wearing number 95, and we almost had something worked out. And it was going to work.
Yeah, it was going to work. Yeah,
but Chris was cool enough, nice enough, he was going to give me my number back. But I decided to stick with the 51 so I can remember the struggle, you know.
Yeah.
The struggle and everything I've been through. So go ahead and let everybody know what's your hometown. So they
I'm from Cliffside Park, New Jersey. Went to high school in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Moved out to Pennsylvania when I was around 13. Got recruited, went to West Virginia, which led me here.
West Virginia. How you feel? Is Gino in the Heisman race?
Nah, not no more. Not no more. He didn't get invited to New York, man.
How you feel about that?
I mean, he definitely has all the talent to do it, but
I think so. Sometimes you just don't have that yet.
It was a quick start. They started off real hot.
Yeah.
And just kind of fell off. You know, a couple struggles on offense, a couple struggles on defense, and people kind of figured out that offense. I mean, they got a lot of playmakers, but they figured out a way to somehow, slow it down, and that hurt them a little bit. But luckily, we're going to a bowl game. And
what bowl is it?
Pinstripe Bowl.
Okay.
In Yankee Stadium, the 29th.
Yeah, next week?
No,
just
next week.
Is that new bowl?
Nah, it's a new one. Yeah.
Pinstripe.
Syracuse plays Syracuse on the 29th.
Okay.
It wasn't ready for the Big 12 play, man. You know, they got fed to the wolves coming to the Big 12.
Who win between K-State and West Virginia?
You saw?
Oh, man.
You saw what happened?
Comment on that game.
They played. You saw the game.
They did play.
West Virginia, too.
Yeah.
What uniforms did the West Virginia? Ain't that when y'all tried to get cute?
Did we have a gold rush that game? I'm not sure.
Cause y'all got some white and gray uniforms, trying to be like Oregon a little bit.
Yeah, no, we didn't have the gray ones that game. We didn't have. I think it was a gold rush that game.
Straight gold.
Didn't work out though.
They was too excited about the unis.
Colin Klein, man, he's a good quarterback.
Yep.
Real good quarterback.
Yeah.
Heisman. Heisman. Well, as y'all know, this is a laid-back show, man. We didn't talk Redskins already, Chris. So now we're gonna get the fans a chance to figure out, who you guys are off the field. Let you guys show face a little bit. We got a couple questions in the audience. State your name and proceed with your question. Hold on, one second. Go ahead.
My name is Benjamin.
Is your last name Franklin?
No.
Okay.
It's Clark.
All right, go ahead.
This actually is a question to all three of you. How did you feel when RG3 first joined the team?
That's a good question. Who wanna go? I'll let Jack go first. I go last. I'll talk too much.
I mean, I was excited. I felt like we needed a big play guy on offense, and Dan Snyder and the Redskins did what they needed to do to get that. So I was excited with his arrival and knowing that we was going to get him.
Yeah, I remember hearing when we first traded up to get him in the draft, and I saw what he did in college and his resume, and was real excited to have that addition to our team.
Man, I've talked about this many times, but yeah, I felt pretty much the same way. I knew we was getting a star, a guy that can make some big plays, and as you can see, it paid off.
How many times have you been asked, hey, how's RG3? Do you know RG3? How many times have you been asked that this year? Yeah.
I don't know, a lot. I don't even take it for granted. I'll tell you a funny story. When we were in, what was the last away game we played? Oh, Dallas. So we in Dallas, and Josh Wilson is a kid, like, hey, you got like a pin in the hat. So he's thinking like, okay, I'm going to go sign out. You know how it is in warm-ups. Like, you really getting ready for the game anyway. Yeah. You're not all like, let's go sign a bunch of autographs. You're really trying to warm up, get ready to do your job. Mm-hmm. So Josh's like, I'm going to go over here and sign his hat. He said, hey, could you take this to RG3 for me and get it signed? I'm like, wow. Y'all know how Josh is. He was like, man, you don't get out of here. To a little kid, told him to get out of here, and jogged in the locker room. So, this RG3 wave is it's unbelievable. But I'm gonna ride it. I like when the fans chant it. Hey, RG3, say it.
Yeah.
We got another question? Who was I? Uh-oh. Man, they clapping. You walk in the building with a Notre Dame shirt on, they applaud.
Is this on?
Yeah.
It is on.
I would like to give a shout out to the Blue Ridge Bulldogs.
Okay.
Go Bulldogs. My question for you is, how confident do you feel going into the game against the Ravens and Ray Lewis?
Well, I don't believe Ray Lewis is playing this week. I think he's due back the following week. However, I'm confident week in and week out. I believe in myself, all of my teammates, just trying to execute a game plan. And we know it's going to come a time in a game, maybe 2 or 3 times, but we're going to have to make adjustments. And we're going to have to continue to play our best football. So, I'm confident, but I'm always respecting my opponent. You know what Ray Rice and Joe Flacco, they got weapons they can score offensively. And that defense, just to name Baltimore Ravens, that defense could play extremely well. So we got to take care of the football, stop the run, and run the ball. Jack, what you got for him this Sunday?
Well, how I feel about the game?
How you feel?
I'm confident. Especially the way we've been playing now, I feel like we can only get better. So I'm confident. We're definitely going to show up. It's a home game. It's going to be a good game.
They are good games.
Here's a question. How's the fans been the last couple days? Because y'all are always asking for louder and louder, and I still have no voice.
Okay. The question was for the people, for the millions and millions of viewers at home. The question was, how do we feel about how the fans have been responding?
I feel good. Last game was loud. I had it rocking in there. You know what I mean? It really felt like the stadium was shaking, like, I was seeing it on TV. So, it's a good feeling. We're on a little 3-game winning streak. Fans are excited. We're excited. Y'all keeping it loud in there. So, as a defensive player, it's good, hearing the crowd noise and, seeing the offense struggle to make their calls, audibles, adjustments, things like that.
Yeah. I was at that game.
I think everybody celebrated on that one. So wherever, if you on the sideline, the stadium, it was people on the field. We see people on the video doing silly stuff. We're like, what are they doing? Huh? Oh, no. He was the only one wasn't celebrating. But, there's a few New York Giants fans in the building, But our fans did a good job of making sure that we didn't hear them much. We got another question?
Not to put myself on the spot, but I am one of the Giants fans. That my son is the Redskins fan, and you guys played awesome Monday night. But I guess one thing that's really surprising in talking to other folks around town, especially for this year for the team, is how many points you're putting up on the board. And obviously with the offense that you guys have, it's going really, really well. So I mean, just to let you guys know, I think the talk around the town, at least for me, around the office and the water cooler, is that you guys are should be able to beat the Ravens this week. So I just want to. And I'm from Baltimore. Just letting you know.
Man, you just he came.
You all over the place.
He came to a Redskins show as a Giants fan from Baltimore, talking bad about the Ravens. Like, man, don't say your name. Don't leave your name. But yeah, I'm confident every week. The things that a lot of fans and until you play this sport on this level don't realize that, believe it or not, win or lose, it's the same amount of work and the same amount of effort that goes into a game. I mean, you're still just as exhausted after a loss. So to see things turn in our favor and, players start to mature and catch on, it's just a good thing, and it just helps us get more confident. Okay, I thought we had another question. I thought Ron DMC had a question.
So you guys have won 3 division games in a row. And I know that you guys get ultra pumped up for these games, and it takes a lot out of you. You have 4 more games to go, and we really need those 4 games. How are you guys going to be able to maintain that energy?
Let somebody go first. I mean, I can take it.
I mean, it's Shanahan. He's lightening up the practices. He's letting us recover, and we're working out, getting our bodies back together. So when Sunday rolls around, we got the energy to do it all over again. We're not walking around all week, amped or going crazy for the game, screaming. We're kind of down. We're taking a lot of mental reps and things like that. So I mean, by the time Sunday rolls around, everybody's ready and everybody's ready to get pumped up.
Not to mention, like you said, the importance that the next game is so important. How can you not get excited about it? Yeah. So, and we've had some great team. That was a great team effort. So it's not like, those certain players stand out, and we let those players shine, and but the whole team really goes out there and gives the effort and makes it easier for the person next to them to do their job. So. It's not like, anybody has to think, like, I have to do X number of things in order for us to win. Like, we just go out there and say, I'm going to win my matchup all game, and that's the mentality. So.
Yeah, because London Fletcher looked like he was about to pull his own skin off.
Yeah, now I don't know how he do it, every Sunday, but 15 years, I don't know how.
No, but he looked ultra amped up.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He loves football, I'll tell you that much. He has to love football. So, we got any boxing fans in the building? Because I just want to get some picks.
He got a question.
No, he raised his hand, I think, as a boxing fan.
Oh, no, him right here.
I just want to know who's gonna win the fight this week. Oh, are you a boxing fan or are you oh, you got a question? Oh, I'm sorry. I seen Brandon.
How do you guys react after the RG3 fumbled Justin Morgan for a touchdown?
I didn't know what happened. Honestly, I didn't know how he got the ball in his hand.
To be honest, I just seen Josh take off running. And I just like, well, he must have the ball because he's still running. I didn't know what happened. He was like, RG slid, and he was just like, touchdown.
Yeah, it was quick. It happened real quick.
He was excited.
I think he meant to do it. Yeah, I think he meant to do it. Any more questions? I want to make sure we get everybody a chance to. We don't want to slide anybody. Oh, that's my question. Let me go to the chat box. I was in here earlier. Let me see. Pacquiao or Marquez is the question. Who you got, Jack? I mean, are you a boxing fan? I know both of y'all from the East Coast.
Not really. But, I mean, I put my money on Pacquiao.
Yeah, I'll take
I watch it. I watch the big fights.
The big ones? I think Pacquiao's a better fighter, but I just think if Pacquiao doesn't knock Marquez out, which he won't, I see him getting robbed again, just like he did
last time.
Because everybody, I mean, Marquez has a huge following, and some kind of way those promoters find a way to please the crowd. So I think he's in trouble. But let me see. Let me see. Scott got a question. I got a question, non-game related. Oh, here we go. He says, I know C-Dub can freestyle and rock the mic. Do Neal and Jackson have any other hobbies or things they enjoy doing outside of football? Great question, Scott.
I don't freestyle much, but I mean, as of late, man, it's been completely different for me just because of the injury and everything. So I just been really rehabbing. I mean, I'm in there like 6 hours a day.
Okay.
After that, I'm tired, man. I want to sleep. But catch up on my college football and see how my boys are doing out there on Sundays.
All right.
Yeah, nah, I've been, my downtime, I've been chilling too. I haven't really been doing anything extra, practice, working out, play video games, and resting and relaxing.
All right, I'm going to help Scott out a little bit because we know what's on the table right now. We know everybody's busy right now. I know you rehabbing. I know we got football to do right now. But I believe the question was, do you have any other hobbies outside of football? Like maybe when football's not going on, things you would like to do. Like if you wasn't playing right now, what would you do? What would you like to do tomorrow?
Relax, sit around, man. Play the game.
Play some Texas Hold'em maybe.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Tournament, because we turn everything into a tournament. We put the brackets up in here.
Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting on everybody to get signed up for Tecmo Super Bowl. I got Tecmo Super. I'm gonna take the crown in that. That too. Video games. He said Wii tennis. Wii tennis. Favorite basketball team? Knicks. Did you just jump on the Knicks bandwagon?
Oh, man,
I'm just asking.
I've been a Knicks fan, man.
Listen, the reason I ask is I'm a Detroit Pistons fan all the way, but when the Knicks signed Rasheed Wallace, I just started following him on Twitter. I'm following him on my sports app and everything. So
that's been my team, man. They've been struggling, but the last couple of years, they coming on this year. Yeah.
They got somebody like Rasheed to keep all those hotheads in line, like J.R. Smith, and
yeah, he been playing good, J.R. Smith.
Yeah,
real good.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Brooklyn if I had to pick.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
First time we heard that on the air.
I wasn't a Nets fan, but everything's new. It's a fresh start, so.
I don't know if
I'm gonna start with them.
You can't call that a band. I mean,
that's what I said. That's what I said.
Because they just started.
That's what I said. I'm gonna start.
Is
it fresh? It's new.
Does it have anything to do with Jay-Z?
Nah, it don't.
All right. So you like Darren Williams or
Lopez? Yeah. I mean, it's something new. So, I feel like,
Well, we got 30 seconds. I'm trying to really get Jack out here. My man Jack is also known as the swag captain. Because he's not going to tell you everything. I know on Sports Journey you want to get an in-depth detail. We picked our captains, but then we had an extra captain, swag captain. For those who don't know, he's in charge of stuff like making sure guys look sweet in their uniforms, making sure that people don't look at the Redskins and be like, ugh. So, maybe we can. You have any fashion tips? I mean,
hey man, I just gotta say I got an eye for things, man. If I see something wrong, I'll let you know. I just can't, tell you what I'm looking for. I gotta see it.
Either it's working or it's not.
Yeah.
I get it. What about you? You a fashion?
I've been worried about my facial hair, man. I've been trying to take care of that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Trying to get a Gillette or Head and Shoulders commercial.
Head and Shoulders. I use that a lot.
All right. Any things? Any websites, foundations, or any? I see you got on the PG Sports hat.
Oh yeah, PG Sports. you know, a new sponsor of mine. He, you know, up and coming, Paul Guardo. He's a Connecticut guy. You know, he's throwing me some gear, things like that. So, I mean, stay tuned. He's going to be doing some big things.
Can they follow you on Twitter anywhere or Facebook or anywhere the fans could reconnect outside of this show? They just need to hit me up on Twitter, CWill51Flint, and then I'll get the message.
NCAA women's basketball. All day, every day, our game. Filling it up, knocking them down, and bringing it home. It's basketball at its purest. For family fun and great entertainment, there's nothing like it. NCAA women's basketball. All day, every day, our game.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to get my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees. Now I'm getting my degree in liberal arts. But you could get yours in business, in nursing, even a degree in technology. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now to 41educationmatching.com. That's 41educationmatching.com.
So,
Manti, good luck.
I think Manti gonna win it.
He should win it, man. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. What should I tell you why now?
You know, before you go,
we already said
was you
it,
here?
man.
Was you here when I?
Oh, you already said it?
We talked about he should win the Heisman.
Were you here when I talked about the?
Well, I know exactly why he should win.
The strength of the race, of the Heisman race. This just for, I said this earlier, but like the last defensive player to win the Heisman was Charles Woodson, right?
Right.
Do you know who he beat out?
Yeah, we went through that list. That was impressive.
Who did he beat out?
Man, he beat out Peyton Manning,
Ricky
Ryan
Williams.
Leaf, Ricky Williams, Randy Moss.
Wow. That's a good
I
list.
didn't know that.
That's a good list.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know why Ricky didn't win it that
Ricky
year,
won
right?
it the next year. Why?
Because he was underclassman. I'm telling you, I'm serious. They do not like. You got to go back to like
win
Archie
too.
Griffin.
You got to win because Michigan had a good team.
Speaking of that, you got to go back to like that guy to really make a legitimate case as to why he won it.
I think Teo got in the bag. Not like he just not just has it in the bag like automatic, but I'm pretty confident he's going to win it because he won over those guys. Charles Woodson, I'm talking about. He won over those guys because they were winning.
Of course.
And he was balling.
He was shutting people
And it's
down.
almost the same thing. Like, all right, okay.
He was returning punts too.
He
was.
He's going up against
Desmond style.
He's going up against a freshman, and who else is it? Johnny Football, and what's the other? Who else?
Klein.
And he's going up
Colin
against Klein, which is a good candidate, both deserving. But you got a kid, Teo. They're winning, and he's putting up numbers that are like Charles Woodson. I mean, I think Charles Woodson had, 8 interceptions that year. Teo got 7.
But you
and
know
he's
what?
a linebacker.
But you know what? In fairness, you might like what I'm getting to say.
I mean, it's hard to lead your team to victory.
Yeah, but I was just about to say that because if you look at West Virginia's quarterback, Geno Smith, to me, I mean, you look at his numbers and look at what he was doing. It's not his fault the defense was terrible.
Yeah, but it's not his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But in unfairness to the game and the profession that we chose, it could have been his fault that they won those games.
I mean, that guy was putting up like he had a game
nobody,
of 600 yards. That's
nobody said that
ridiculous.
against the shootout. Was it Baylor
that
they had a shootout with?
They have shootouts
70-63.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, all right, it's not realistic for a guy to throw 8 touchdowns every game. It's not realistic, but at that game, nobody said the defense. They was like, wow, look what this kid did, and that's what the Heisman is about. Wow, look.
You
what
think
this
he should have
kid
been
did.
invited to New York?
I think so.
I think
just
so.
Because
That's
of the
my
type
point.
of
Yeah, they didn't invite enough people.
They only have 3 guys.
Yeah, 3.
That's ugly.
But the thing is, see what the Heisman is more than just stats.
It's about a player.
I mean, you're talking about a kid in Teo who could have came out last year and been a top 10 pick in the draft, first round. And he stayed in school. He came back. Nobody expected him to come back. I was surprised.
Raised the stock.
Yeah, I mean, he just came back. He lost weight, go through the season, and then he loses. Everybody feeling sympathetic because he lost his girlfriend and his grandma same week. No, I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I just see a kid. If you ever meet him and talk to him, and I've met him a number of times, and he's just respectful. I mean, he carries himself the right way.
He's a
he's
pro.
humble.
He's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. I mean, he seems like, to me,
He's number 1 pick in the draft.
he's a lot better than a lot of these
He's
guys
a pro that's playing
on our
college
level,
football.
You know what I'm saying?
He's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
But to come back to school,
overall,
do what
I
you
think
do.
overall.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, if Cleveland or
it's hard
Buffalo's
to say 'cause
picking, he's going number 1.
Chiefs might want a
Oh,
quarterback,
Cleveland,
though.
Buffalo. They talking about KC going first.
Yeah, they need a quarterback.
KC has to take a quarterback.
Yeah,
He might take a Matt
be
Barkley.
I don't know about number 1. I
be
can
third.
see him going top 5. I mean, it depends on the needs.
Yeah,
but
But if you go to Cleveland, they already have a quarterback.
Well, you got Jarvis Jones out there, too, so everybody talking high on him,
So
too.
why you got to bring George up
I'm
all
just
the
saying,
time?
man.
They were running at Jarvis Jones the other day. They were running at Jarvis Jones the other day.
I saw those plays. It wasn't his fault, I mean,
I said it was his
he
fault.
and outside, man. He tackled stunned too far inside.
And
I saw everything.
And I said it again.
I recorded that game just so I can go back and
Jarvis
look.
Jones looked a little tired the other day, though.
But that's what you do to a pass rusher. You run at him. But I tell you what, you drop by throw it. It's on. He had 2 sacks and a caused
I already
fumble.
said this. I like Ogletree.
So
I like
I mean,
Ogletree.
it's about 2 or 3 guys that set themselves apart. In this
So who else? Who else? I mean, there's 3 guys going. Who else could have gone? I think Geno Smith was deserving of a
I
trip.
think the quarterback. What's the quarterback's name from USF? South Florida.
USF
from South Florida.
BJ Daniels.
Is that who? Is that the guy?
Oh man.
The kid from Northern Illinois is nice.
No, that's
now.
not who
There's
I'm
a
talking
quarterback from Northern
They got the
Illinois
same
that's
colors
nice.
as Notre Dame. I want to say they green and gold.
That's South Florida.
South Florida.
That's South
Talking
Florida.
about Daniels.
Notre Dame colors all over the place, man. I see red hats on the sideline, blue
Yeah,
jerseys.
blue jerseys.
What's going on with that, man?
Yeah, I don't know if he had the kind of year.
Or is it? No, it's not. It's not Baylor. It's another quarterback that was like.
No, the quarterback from Baylor is nice too.
Unless you talking about Navy. I know they run the option.
No.
They running the ball.
No. Listen,
I mean,
there's a lot of players.
You know, it's a lot
there.
of. You know, the thing is, I think people are so used to so many undefeated teams being in college football that when you got a couple that start losing, it's only 1, 2 if Ohio State is still eligible.
Oh,
but
not to cut you off, what about Braxton Miller? I know the team's ineligible to play for anything, but he definitely should have been in the running. That kid's pretty good.
Did he not get invited because they
That's exactly why. Exactly why.
I don't think that you should hold
guilty
the guys.
by association.
I don't think you should.
I know who the.
I just don't think the guys should get that punishment.
I know who hate to hear that term. I just said what he did. I just said that to make him mad.
It's always gonna be with me. Don't
guilty
worry.
by association. Somebody has to pay.
No, I just think
you know that's not fair. That's
Look,
not for you as an adult to say that. That's
if
not right.
If you get away with murder, somebody has to.
So your family should pay.
I'm not saying that should happen.
That's basically what it is.
But I want to say if you go back to old
that's exactly
times,
what it is.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that's how it is.
He's stirring the pot.
Yeah, I'm stirring. That's how it is. Look, if I go somewhere, if I go into the mall right now, I can have a ski mask on. If Phil goes in there with me, and I commit a crime, we're both going to jail.
But this is the question. But should your wife, should your kids go too?
Wait. First of all, we got an innocent man here that's going to jail, and now you want to question about my wife?
No. But you're missing my point, though. You said guilty by association.
They know you.
They're going to get ridiculed.
Especially you take the stuff.
My kids gonna be
ridiculed
in school.
is different. I'd rather be ridiculed
my kids gonna be in
than
school.
to be.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the daughter and son of that."
But you know what? I'd rather be associated with being ridiculed as opposed to not being able to compete for anything. That's just again,
especially when you didn't commit the crime.
Especially when they didn't commit the crime. You're talking about someone. These kids was in grade school.
Yeah, man. Braxton,
but that's not. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm not trying to get into that.
Braxton did not get no tattoos.
I understand.
But Braxton Miller, we're talking about. What does he have to do with Terrell Pryor?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing.
What does he have to do with Jim Tressel? Jim Tressel getting ready to get a job somewhere to get paid. Watch.
I'm gonna tell you what. What he's doing is he's keeping that university alive, recruit wise. Because if they would have went down the tank,
you mean Braxton Miller?
Yeah, it would have been hard for them to rebuild.
Ohio State's a recruiting monster.
Yeah.
They got the number one recruiting class coming in next year.
No, they don't.
Well, they up there.
They
one or two or three.
No, they ain't going to have that.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be
that
biased.
Should have been the national championship.
I see what I see.
Now, I'm serious. You think about
this. Easy to recruit.
There was 2 undefeated teams this year.
We're 2 right now, actually.
Yeah. There were 2 undefeated teams this year. I know Larry's liking that because he's an Ohio State guy.
He's guilty by association.
But again, it just something. I'll say this: to say that Ohio State, and this is something Big Ten said, and the president of the NCAA said that Penn State and Ohio State they're eligible to win their division.
How about they
but they're not able to go to their conference championship game.
Why don't they just get together and do an exhibition?
But do you understand what I'm saying? No, seriously.
Call the cameras up and this.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
They should have their own little
How
bowl
can you?
game
Yeah, they could.
Exhibition bowl.
Called a no bowl game.
Yeah.
Ineligible. The ineligible.
All I'm saying is there's hypocrisy all across the board. You can't tell them they're eligible to win their division.
I don't know. All right, well, what do you do? I mean, I hate to get back on this subject, but what do you do when rules are broken like that? Like
you find people, you take things from them, but you can't take their livelihood from them. That's big.
No, they still them kids still gonna get drafted.
No, that's the school's livelihood. That's what I'm saying.
No, they still gonna get drafted, man.
No, I don't think. This is again, and I'm not gonna go down that road. All I'm saying is
still gonna get drafted
again. What Ohio State did was players. What SMU did was players. What USC did was players.
I'm not comparing one crime to another. What I'm saying is we don't have a system.
Now, Penn State, about the players.
Honestly,
that's all I'm saying.
Honestly, against Penn State, I can say they could have just completely just blew up the whole.
Because something players didn't do.
Right. That not the organization, but the presidents.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, faculty. Everybody
they should have got rid of that group.
They should have got rid of
board
all
of trustees. That group. But the players,
especially the way they
ones. The players are the ones carrying the burden of mistakes adults made.
You're absolutely right. Nah, see, I can tell you've been arguing this a lot because you're starting to come up with more better arguments.
It's no argument if you really look at it for what it is.
We've been talking about this for
no
a long
argument.
time, and that is one of the best statements you've made about the matter. You got
and anybody who's heard me, how long have I been saying this?
He made that a lot. That statement.
I've been saying that over and over. Kids are paying for the mistakes of stupid adults.
Since it happened.
And that's, to me, is just I'm a parent. I'm not looking at this as no, I'm serious. I'm not looking at this as far as my school. I would say this if it was your schools. I'm dead serious. I think what happened with Ohio State, I think that it was too harsh. The crime's too harsh for what was done. I'm serious.
I think what they were doing was trying to
tattoos. They sold their jerseys.
They were trying to.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that, man. I mean,
I think,
man.
I mean, are you serious?
I think we gonna
we
get
all played in college. We couldn't even keep our uniform. They gave it to you on your senior day.
A lot of kids in a lot of schools are doing that.
That's how I was. I couldn't even get my uniform until.
That's what I'm saying. So now you're shutting down the program.
I have one college
and Tressel's
jersey.
able to walk away in the
it's in my
sunset.
house,
And he's gonna get a job somewhere else. I'm telling you. It's hypocrisy. These are supposed to be institutions of higher learning.
So
I mean, they're teaching kids how to do what? Let me give you a perfect example. Hold on, wait. Let me say this. Arkansas. Let's talk about Arkansas.
I'm gonna do you like.
Let's talk about Arkansas. Let's talk about SEC school here. Arkansas last year. Okay, they didn't learn anything here because Bobby Petrino, they basically fleeced him from the Atlanta Falcons. You guys remember that, and then people weren't happy about it the way he went. Okay, so he goes there. He gets into a situation over the summer, having some extracurricular activities going on, and has to come out and confess because it was an accident, okay? He comes out, resigns. They were going to fire him. The team goes to the AD and says, hire our offensive coordinator. That's their guy. That's who's been there. He's guys basically calling the plays. They don't want that. They go out of pocket and get a coach that the school president's good friends with, who had just signed on to be the head coach at another school. He leaves that school a month after signing on, comes to Arkansas, the wheels fall off. Now what do? They go out and get Wisconsin's coach to go there. The point I'm making here is that if you're a school, that's not teaching kids anything. That's showing them that it's win at all costs, and I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. They didn't even take into consideration what the student said. And I know you went through this at West Virginia for coaching change. Yeah. I mean, that's important if the players should have some kind of say on something, don't you think?
I think so. I mean, we didn't really put any say into it when it first happened because we didn't.
You know all the details.
The year before that, we went through a situation where Coach Rich Rodriguez, he was talking about leaving and going to Alabama, and that didn't happen. So we knew something was on the horizon, but when it happened.
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is shake weight for men, and it's going to kick your butt.
That's it.
In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed. Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in one direction, but shake weight harnesses the power of dynamic inertia to totally redefine strength training. As you shake, the weights at each end fire and recoil rapidly. This piston-like motion sends a shockwave of energy that forces your muscles to contract as many as 240 times a minute. So you build definition, size, and strength fast. And now this technological breakthrough in strength training can be yours for just $29.95. Shake weight is science fact, not fiction. A leading biomechanics research center proved that 6 minutes with the shake weight burns as much muscle energy as 42 with a standard dumbbell. You get ripped, defined, and stronger, fast, guaranteed. Call and order now, and we'll also send you this 6-minute upper body workout DVD. It's everything you need to add size, definition, and strengthen your chest, triceps, biceps, and shoulders. Technology is all about packing mega performance in less space, right? Shake weight proves it. That's why it comes with this ironclad kick butt guarantee. Do the shake weight workout just once. If your arms, chest, and shoulders aren't on fire in just 6 minutes, return it for a 100% refund. We'll even pay return shipping.
Whew, that's it.
3 exercises, 6 minutes, and the faster you shake, the more intense and challenging your workout. Think you can handle it? Then call now and build muscle and definition in just 6 minutes a day with Shake Weight for Men.
If you're disabled and unable to work, pay attention to the following message.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. To get started, call the number on your screen now. And keep in mind, there are a vast number of conditions that make you eligible for disability benefits and dozens of additions that you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 1-800-735-0219. Call now.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to get my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees. Now I'm getting my degree in liberal arts. But you could get yours in business, in nursing, even a degree in technology. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now to 41educationmatching.com. That's 41educationmatching.com.